episode 3 of No Whining coming at you right now. We've got 2 wines to taste. Both of them are the same grape varietal. I'm going to be going through some of my notes as I'm taking you guys through this. The same thing I would encourage you to do is do some of your research on the front end or the back end, whatever makes the most sense for you, to learn as much as you possibly can about what constitutes the character of the wines that you are tasting or have tasted, as the case may be. Today's wines are both primary grape varietal is, well, the first one is French, so they pronounce that as Grenache or something like that. And the Spanish, it's Garnacha. So, but same grape varietal, again, 2 different names depending on where the wine is hailing from. So let's get started. Let's get into this. The name of this wine is La Dame Rosé, which translates roughly as the red-haired lady. This is from Domaine de la Mordorée. This is an estate in France. This is from Tavel, so that's an appellation in the southern Rhone Valley. Some other notes on this wine. It comes from an organic and biodynamic vineyard. The grapes are harvested by hand. The soil itself is a mix of limestone, sandy soils, pebbles, and this wine comes from 40-year-old vines. So it's helpful to have that because, again, it adds to your knowledge and context of what you're going to be tasting. This is a blend. It's 60% Grenache, and then the rest of it, it's Cinsault, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. So let's give this a taste. All right, this is a pale copper color is what I'm going to call that. Wow. Based on that, seems like really good legs on this. So either that would be from sugar content, alcohol content, or both. We're about to find that out. All righty, let's give it a sniff. So the first things that are coming through for me are like stewed strawberry, red currant, pink grapefruit. Got some cherry, some orange peel, even a little bit of caramel. Some rose notes are in there, a little bit of gravel as well. Now let's give her a taste. Okay, this is actually a pretty full-bodied wine. I would call it medium plus in body, which for Rosé is pretty impressive. It's still a dry wine, so it doesn't have a bunch of sugar in it. So again, this has pretty high acidity and pretty high alcohol, but it's got these nice tart fruit flavors, which kind of rounds everything out really, really nicely. It's got a good finish. You've got the orange and like cherry and grapefruit still coming through on that. So nice finish, but it's a really, really smooth wine. I am impressed by this wine. It's actually quite good. So this I would definitely recommend. All right, let's move to wine number 2. All right, wine number 2, this is called Navarreros Garnacha de Bernabeleva. This is from producer Bernabeleva, and this is coming from the region of Vinos de Madrid in Spain. Okay, this wine is made from 40 to 80-year-old Garnacha grapes. This is coming out of sandy granite soils across various plots. The grapes are hand harvested. They have a 30 to 45-day maceration period. They are also aged 12 months in French oak, a combination of that as well as concrete vessels, like I mentioned. They are pulling grapes from different plots and different parts of the property. So this is going to be very interesting. Let's give it a shot. I am going to call this a pale ruby color. Looks like a little bit less alcohol probably than its predecessor. Consult the bottle. Yes, 14 versus 14.5%. Now let's try it on the nose. Getting some cherry, getting some strawberry for sure, a little bit of red plum. A little bit of buttermilk is actually coming through on this, along with maybe just a little bit of earth, some mineral notes. Let's give it a taste. Okay, so this has strawberry coming through, the plum, it's got mineral. In terms of body, this is actually, I would call it like medium minus. Not a very big bodied wine at all. Tannins are kind of medium, acidity medium, maybe medium plus. It's a dry wine. Alcohol is like medium plus. So this is fairly lean bodied for a red in my book. The tannins seem to be coming from the grapes as opposed to the oak. And if you're looking for a very drinkable wine that's easy to pair with food, this would probably work really, really nicely. Okay, so it depends on what you're going for. My preference in this wine, I would like it to have a little bit more fruit to it, like a little more vibrance in that department, for me, would sort of round this wine out a little bit better. But again, this is why you want to taste and find out what you like and what your palate is attuned to, because it's going to be different for everybody. So I would definitely enjoy this wine. I would drink it, be easy to pair with food. Out of our 2 wines today, I'm going to have to give the win to the Rosé. I just felt like this was really, really smooth, very enjoyable. They were both enjoyable wines for sure, but I would say that this was my favorite out of the batch. I hope that you enjoyed today's No Whining episode, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for joining.